All right, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. If you're new, please consider subscribing, but now let's talk about Solana. We're going to be doing our daily analysis on the price of Solana, see what is happening, and of course, what is yet to come. Before I do begin, I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you guys for showing tremendous amount of love. You guys have been killing it with the support, so appreciate that. Continue supporting, and I will continue bringing out these daily updates for you guys. So if we're looking at the markets today, as of December 30th, you guys can see we're pretty much seeing quite a bit of red across the board, except a few handful coins that are up. And of course, that is due to the fact that Bitcoin has seen a retracement, has seen a pullback, which is of course going to impact the entire market. And if we're looking at Solana to be specific, it's down about 5.7% over the past 24 hours in USD comparative. Pretty much like I said, the entire market is down right now due to Bitcoin's pullback. But if we're looking at Solana's price, is currently sitting at $101.63. It's also down 4% in Bitcoin comparative over the past 24 hours. Market cap currently sitting at $43.6 billion with the 24-hour trading volume currently sitting at $3.2 billion. So not much has changed compared to yesterday, but of course, a little bit of a pullback might scare some people away. But we need to keep, the fact in mind that we've seen Solana pump in pretty much the entire quarter four, and I don't know how many times I have to say this for people to realize this, because we still see a few trolls coming here and there saying, oh, Solana is not pumping, Solana is just stabilizing. But that's part of the game. You're going to see this consolidation phase. Nothing is going to go up straight forever, because of course that is not sustainable, which I'm sure everyone knows at this point. But before we go any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer for everyone: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in cryptocurrencies. So let's take a look at Bitcoin first. So if you're looking at BTC right now, as you can see, we are seeing a retracement, a pullback. And of course, we're approaching the weekend, and you guys know this is a long weekend because, of course, New Year's. So we could see more manipulation. And of course, as you guys know, on the weekends, we do have the CME futures closed. So of course, that does tend to bring in more manipulation, through the cryptocurrency space. So, we could see that happening. I mentioned this yesterday as well in our update that, there is a chance that we could see BTC pushing back below $41,000, maybe do a triple retest at this 40,000 level before it sees upside. And of course, next year, which is of course coming in literally 2 days, we're approaching the end of 2023. And let's actually talk about that. Is it me, or do you guys think that, the year of 2023 just flew by? It just feels like yesterday we were making coverage, and talking about the year end, and fast forward, just seems like that was yesterday. So time is definitely flying. And the reason as to why I say this is because, this next bull market, of course, that is programmed. And so far, everything is going as, history has said it. History is definitely being repeated. Of course, people had some hesitations that, this time around, history is not going to repeat itself earlier in quarter four. But of course, everyone it has been proven wrong on that. So, things are looking quite great. Of course, Bitcoin halving coming up, and the long-awaited Bitcoin ETF, which is rumored to be going live early next year, so next month. And that's what the rumors are saying. And of course, if that does get approved, we're going to see BTC pushing more towards the upside, in my opinion. And a lot of people on crypto Twitter are going around and saying, we're not seeing a significant BTC pullback. Why is that the case? Literally, I've been saying this from the beginning. Big institutions are coming in. This is not early beginnings in crypto anymore. We're seeing the big boys finally coming in. And of course, they don't want, retail investors such as ourselves to be picking up Bitcoin at a cheaper price. Why would they want that to happen? They're trying to make the price of Bitcoin as high as possible. And that's why we're seeing the price of BTC sitting around 0.50 Fibonacci retracement level way before the Bitcoin halving. So that should speak for itself. And of course, excitement is definitely there. And of course, if when this ETF is approved, I think this is going to be the biggest bull market that we have ever seen. And I honestly think this will be the biggest bull market. I don't think anything can top this because, of course, this is where we are seeing the masses coming into the crypto space. But with that said, now let's talk about Sol. So of course, we're seeing a Bitcoin retracement, and that does explain as to why we're seeing a little bit of a minor pullback in Solana's price. But speaking about Solana's price right now, this is something I want you guys to keep in mind. We are being supported by a key support level, which I will show you right now. Let me give it a refresh live. Here, let me show you guys this so you guys can see this for yourself. The 61.8 fib zone, the support line. This is exactly as of recording this update. You can't make these things up. We're literally sitting right at that support at 101.57. So that should really give you an indication that, these are strong levels of support. But what happens if we lose the support? That might be the question that you might have. And speaking about losing the support, can we see this happening? Of course we can see this happening. We've seen this happen literally on the 28th, which was just 2 days back. We saw, Sol pushing back down to $97.98. And again, this is something we did speak about the past few days as well. So we could see that happening. We could see a potential retest. And what's if we do go below the $98 mark? That is also a great question that you guys might be asking yourself. Of course, if that happens, I've mentioned to you guys before that there's a strong likelihood we could be seeing the price of Solana retesting this $95 zone. So basically, we could be retesting a 2-digit Solana once again. But is that a time to worry? Absolutely not. Look what's happening with Solana. I've covered that literally in my update yesterday. The amount of interest coming in Sol from developers is absolutely at its all-time highs. We're seeing more and more developers looking for Sol. And again, this goes to the same exact thing every single time, which is Ethereum scalability issue. Ethereum is no longer seen as, a place where you could build, use their blockchain, because I'm sure all of us at this point know what kind of horrendous blockchain that is. We know we're paying hundreds of dollars worth of fees in just transactions all alone, and this is what's bringing in a lot of traction to other layer ones, Sol, Avalanche, the list goes on and on. So the future for Sol is so bright, and I honestly think that we will see, a Solana ETF as well coming. Once the ETF spot Bitcoin is approved, I think there's going to be other assets that will have their own ETF as well. So a lot of excitement. I think next year we're going to see Sol hitting all-time highs. But of course, we need to remember Bitcoin momentum is something that we need to be taking a look at on a day-to-day basis. Of course, because Bitcoin at the end of the day is the king of the markets, and everything is correlated to Bitcoin's price. So let's keep that in mind. So far, so good. Loving the way Sol is holding, loving the way the ecosystem is expanding. SPL tokens is something I'm watching very, very closely, as you guys know. Let me know down below what you guys think and where you could see the price of Solana trading at the end of January. Let me know in the comments down below. And thank you so much for all your support. I will see you tomorrow. It's been Crypto ZX, and peace out.